The following is from Spring 2012, Math 115, Test 4, number 19 and number 20. Number 19, simplify this rational expression, and notice that we have negative exponents. Now what I will do first, I will kind of put them in a way such that it becomes positive exponents. Okay, now the numbers, it will be negative, and both the multiple of term 2 and 27, common factor is 9, so I can reduce by 9. This becomes 8 and this is 3. Okay, now x to the negative 4 on the numerator, I write it downward at the bottom, x to the 4th. Okay, and then y to the negative 4th, because it's negative, I bring it down, y to the 4th. C cubed is positive, I write it on the top, right? X to the negative 8 on the denominator, I bring it up to make it positive. Okay. The y there is positive exponent, so I keep it down there. And c cubed, c to the power negative 3, I bring it up to make it positive exponent. Of course, you don't have to do it this way. You can deal with the x's first, and then the y's, and the z's. Okay, and then from here, my coefficients are okay. For the x's, I have x to the 4th on the top, right? Because x to the 8 and x to the 4th here. You see that? As for the y's, I have y to the 5th at the bottom. And as for the z's, I have c to the 6th on the top. Okay, and that's the simplest we can get. Number 20. Simplify this. You have multiplication in between with a lot of negative exponent. Now I will offer you two different ways to do this. The first way, I think the one that is considered quite simple, but a bit longer. We follow order operations in which if you see negative exponent, negative 2, if you see negative exponent, you bring it down or you bring it up inside the parentheses. Okay, that's what I will do first. And then to get rid of the negative exponent outside of the parentheses, what I will do is I flip that. Okay, so it will be x cubed y squared over negative 2 to the power of 4 times x cubed y squared over 3 to the power of 3. Okay, because negative exponent means reciprocal actually. Now then from here I go on, from each one of them I will do the exponent. This is x to the 12th, y to the 8th, big over positive 16 times x to the 9th, y to the 6th, big over 27. And then from there I go further, I multiply across, x to the 21st, y to the 14th, and then 16 times 27, 16 times 27, let me do the side, it will be 42, 4, 11, 12, 1. This will be 432. So this is x to the 21st, y to the 14th over 432. Now that's one way to do it. Let me offer you another way. Now some teachers prefer this method. Now suppose I have that, and some teachers prefer you to distribute the exponent right away, but you need to be a bit careful though. The thing is, negative 2 to the power of negative 4 is not 16. Okay, it's not 16. Negative 2 to the power of 4 is 16, but to the power of negative 4 is not 16. Let me rewrite it. Let me put it this way for now. Okay, and then I will do x to the negative 3 to the power of negative 4, that's x to the 12th, y to the negative 2 to the power of negative 4 is y to the 8th, okay, 3 to the power of negative 3 notice that negative exponent. I want to be careful. Let me write it down as 3 to the power of negative 3 like that. And then I continue. Y to the negative 3 to the power of negative 3 is, x to the power of x to the negative 3 to the power of negative 3 is x to the 9th. And lastly, that will be y to the 6th. Right? Now, then, a number to the power of negative exponent, I will bring it down 1 over negative 2 to the power of 4. Right? X to the 12th, y to the 8th, and here I get 1 over 3 cubed, x to the 9th, y to the 6th. And when we compute this is 1 over 16, x to the 12th, y to the 8th, times 1 over 27, x to the 9th, y to the 6th. And then when we multiply 1 over 16 times 1 over 27, that's, if we have computed earlier, that's 1 over 432, x to the 21st, and then y to the 14th. Okay, which of course we can rewrite as x to the 21st, y to the 14th over 432. That's the same answer to the one we have earlier. Right? That's the same answer to the one we have earlier. Now notice that these two ways to work it out are totally different ways. There are totally different ways to do it. I personally prefer the first way, but when you go to the higher level, Math 125 for example, intermediate algebra, then your teacher may prefer you to do it with the second way. Okay? Now, that's for Spring 2012, Math 115, test for number 19 and number 20. Okay, let me put the other answer here so you can see. This is for number 20. That's for number 20 here. The other way to do it.